Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Welcome to your PHP tutorial-lo. I just wanted to share something with you. This beautiful box of batteries I bought last week. They're pretty awesome. They are rechargeable. So I just wanted to share with you what I've been blowing my money on so you guys know that I'm actually investing my money in something useful. Oh, snap. Claire hasn't talked to me in a long time. I think it's been like an hour. Anyways, yeah, my battery runs on cameras, so my camera runs on batteries, so I bought a pack of 60 of them for like $100 or something. But yeah, that's awesome. I want to buy some more. Anyways, in this video, I want to talk about something new rather than loops and control structures or whatever you want to call them. We are going to be talking about arrays. And this is another data type. We're not going to be going into making them in this video, but we'll be talking about what they are and how they work and how to access information from an array. So far we have had strings. And we also had numbers. These two are known as scalar data types. That is to say they are atomic. And if you don't know what that means, check out my PHP database. My database design series. But atomic means that it can't be broken up into more pieces. So for example, if I have a variable, say let's make it name. Well, I can assign this the value Caleb. This whole thing right here is one string. So we can't break that up into, you could break it up into two separate strings, but that's not going to be, that doesn't even make any sense. So this whole thing is one string. It's not two strings, it is one string. So we could also assign it a number. Get rid of the quotes. 2. Now this is one number. Even if it's 23, that's still considered one number data type. So we have strings and numbers. These are both scalar because they hold one piece of information. Arrays, though, are non-scalar, which means they hold multiple pieces of information. So, for example, an array often carries a list of similar pieces of data. So, for example, 10 strings. These strings may all be titled friends. And then within this array, we have this list of 10 friends. So I probably can only think of like 0. So I'm kidding. I have friends. If you're my friend, don't be offended. Because I was only kidding. But anyways, it could be a list of these strings. Oh my gosh, there's a hair. Driving me crazy. There we go. Got it. So that's what an array is. So we could have one variable. And normally this would point to one string, and that would be it. But now, this is not an array, this is a string. So what an array does, it allows you to store multiple strings, multiple numbers, or even multiple arrays. So now, friends can point to the string Caleb. It can point to the friend Caleb 2, or Caleb 3, or Caleb 4. You get the point. But this is all contained within one variable. That is what defines an array. And instead of strings, we could also use numbers. So we could have it 4, although oftentimes they'll all be the same. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Rather than strings and numbers mixed, but not always. So that is an array. Now, when we have content within an array, there has to be some sort of organization to know what content is what, and this is where we get the term index. We also have associative, which I'll talk about that in a minute. Well, if you don't know what an index is, it's something that points to something else. So for example, in this book here, I have this amazing index right here. So if I want to know about output buffering, I go to page 561. So the term output buffering points, the page 561 points to the content output buffering. So the page number, that's basically what an index does. It points to something else. Now, in an indexed array, we could have, so for example, friends. And then within box bars, I don't even know what they're called, we could have a number such as 3. Well, this is an index, which is a specific item within this array. So, for example, this may point to Caleb 4, for just an example. Now, if we change this number to, say, friends 27, it may point to Caleb 28. That's just an example of an indexed array. That's pretty much any number we put within this box is known as the index, and it points to a specific item within that array. We also have associative, so I'm going to erase index. Now an associative ties two pieces of content together rather than one piece of content pointing to another. So for an example, if we had people, if we had the array people, we assign it to the variable people, and it has the people, okay, let's say Caleb, Sarah, Aaron, Dana, okay? And we wanted to have associative array, we would do something such as, alright, people, and then within the square brackets, we have a string that says, for example, a nickname. So just making something up, celeb. Alright, this is an associative array that celeb points to the value Caleb. And for these other ones, we could just make stuff up. We could have like pet salmon. And this specific entry within this array points to this entry, Sarah. So hopefully this is making sense. We could have another one, people, and then within these brackets we could have just salmon. And this would point to the value Aaron. And then we could have another one, people, I think you guys get the point. And then we could have bacon. And that's going to point to Dana. So that is an associative array. So basically the only difference is in an indexed array, a number points to a value. In an associative array, a string points to a value. Now, there's one more thing to know with indexed arrays. It starts with 0. I don't know why, it just does. So, when we have, let's say we have an array, names, and we have this box here. These are the entries within the array. Here is the first entry. Here is the second entry. Here is the third entry. Here is the fourth entry. So for example, Caleb. I'm not going to fill them all out because I don't feel like wasting all your time. Well, the index this is going to start with 0. And then this one is going to be 1. And this one's going to be 2. And this one's going to be 3. So it kind of falls back. by 1. It doesn't quite line up. As you can see, it's diagonal. So that may confuse you. So make sure you know that 0 actually points to the first one, 1 points to the second, 2 to the third, 3 to the fourth. That's really only significant if you're trying to keep some sort of order. You can also, actually, that's all I'm going to say for that. So, that's all I have to say in this video. Hope to see you in the next one, which I will be elaborating on arrays. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, check out my Facebook, Twitter, my website, and all that other junk. See you around.